What is poppin', YouTube? Back again with another video. Today we are doing a video where we are diving into the strategies of hero RB versus zero RB. So if you are new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. On our way to 500 subs. Appreciate all the support we've gotten recently, and let's go. So when you're diving into the strategy of hero RB versus zero RB, the main thing with hero RB is typically you like to draft your top tier hero RB running back in the first 2 to 3 rounds, and then you absolutely address your wide receiver position. If you go zero RB, that is exactly what it implies. You are going zero RB. You are not drafting running back typically until round 7 or 8. And I know the term zero RB, a lot of people think, oh, well, I'll draft a running back in round 5. I'm going to address my wide receiver position, get 4 wide receivers, and then draft a running back in round 5. That's like a mitigated version of zero RB, but it's not actually the true definition of zero RB. So we're going to be doing these two strategies to live mock draft so you can see exactly how that's going to look. So let us get this draft started. Justin Jefferson goes off the board. And so here at the 102, we will deploy. Jamar Chase is my second player off the board. So the first team will be going zero RB. So we're on the board with this third team and sets it up perfectly to go with hero RB. Based on my rankings, I do have Saquon Barkley in kind of this next year. So we will draft Saquon Barkley at this spot. I'll be honest, I don't necessarily love drafting Saquon Barkley in the first, but since we're doing this for demonstration purposes, we shall see. And then we'll draft Amon-Ra St. Brown. So we got our hero RB and Saquon Barkley, and then now we're going to start to build out the rest of the roster around him. This first team will be our zero RB team, so we just need to continue to address other positions. Let's see what wide receiver falls to us. We'll take Chris Olave here. Back on the board, any tight ends. Mark Andrews is still there on the board. There are some, all the quarterbacks went super early, and that's been kind of a thing on Sleeper, so if you do draft on Sleeper, but I'll take Mark Andrews. So now we got Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Mark Andrews with our zero RB build, and now we're headed back to our hero RB build. Now we're back on the clock here, and same exact thing. We can kind of just take best player available. Calvin Ridley is that for me. So now you got Saquon Barkley, Amon-Ra, and Calvin Ridley. We're back on the clock here. George Kittle has absolutely been flying up the board. It's actually kind of crazy, but we're going to take another wide receiver. We'll draft Keenan Allen here. So now you got Saquon Barkley and 3 wide receivers compared to our zero RB team, which has Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Mark Andrews. We'll see what falls to us here. We're looking at quarterbacks. Justin Fields would be an interesting pick here. There are some wide receivers that we still like. We already grabbed a tight end, so we will be going with Justin Fields, getting that positional advantage at quarterback, economical quarterback that can run. Now we are back on the clock here, and like I said, we are going zero RB. This would be a spot where you start to feel like, oh, I'll take some of these guys. No, we're going to continue to hit on the wide receiver position. And here, we're going to be taking Drake London. I know there's Jerry Jeudy there with the injuries. I know there's DeAndre Hopkins. I'm a big fan of Drake London's target share, and so I'm excited to see what he can do in year 2. And so we're back on the clock here in this next spot. And let's see, did anything fall to us? Nope, no tight ends fell to us. We could be looking at quarterback here with like a Trevor Lawrence if we really wanted to, but we're probably just going to draft another receiver. We're going to go Christian Watson. Now, you might feel like, Caleb, you're going with this hero RB team. You're just kind of taking what falls to you. You are taking what falls, and we were hoping Dallas Goedert might fall to our next pick, but he didn't. But Trevor Lawrence did, so we will take Trevor Lawrence at the beginning of the 6th. So we, with this team, with our hero RB team, 1 quarterback, 4 wide receivers, and a running back. And now we are back on the board here with our zero RB team. I would say we're just going to continue to punt for 1 more round. We're gonna go with Tyler Lockett here, and actually I think we're gonna hit 1 more. We're gonna get Jackson Smith and Jigba here with our zero RB team. So now you've just absolutely built out a ton of depth with your wide receivers, high quality wide receivers, but now we're gonna have to absolutely address the running back position. Back on the board with our hero RB team, we're looking at the best players available here, and Jordan Addison is definitely that guy for this team. Definitely need a tight end. Evan Ingram is a good target that I like to have, but he already went off the board, so we'll go with Quentin Johnston. I know it feels like a reach, but now we've kind of solidified that for that team. Now we're going to be coming back to our zero RB team, and we need to start addressing the running back position. Antonio Gibson, welcome to the squad. You are our RB1, and that doesn't feel great. In the next round, we will be grabbing Jamal Williams, and we're just going to be taking as many shots on these running backs as we can super late through the draft. So we're going to draft 4 or 5 straight running backs, just hoping that one of these guys can give us some solid fantasy football production on a week-to-week basis. And especially when you're playing in a waiver wire, you can start to pick up some of these running backs, especially as injuries occur throughout the season. We're drafting Rashad Penny here as our second RB on this hero RB team. You do need to start to get depth, even if you've gone hero RB. We'll draft Dalton Schultz as the first tight end off the board for our hero RB team. And we're going to be back on the clock here with our zero RB team. Like we said, we've been trying to address the running back position. You got Jerick McKinnon, Devon Achane, and Elijah Mitchell and Tank Bigsby. I like Tank Bigsby, so we'll see what other running back falls back to us at this next pick. Devon Achane, I know he's kind of questionable, but if JT gets traded to Miami, then this will feel like a dumb pick. But right here, we'll take the upside shot with Devon Achane. He's probably only going to get 8 to 10 touches a game, but Miami Dolphins do know how to use explosive guys out of the backfield, and so he would be one of them. And now we are back on the board here. We just grabbed our tight end. We could look at another running back because we do need some running back depth. So we will go with Damian Harris here. And so as you can see, like the Hero RB team, you get your one stud running back, but you still do draft some later round running backs. Whereas when you do the 0 RB strategy, first 6 rounds, you're not even addressing the running back position. If you want to address it in 7th, you can, but I typically like to wait till the 8th because I really don't feel a big difference. And here we'll grab Devin Singletary, and then we're going to be back and we'll grab Kendre Miller. So like I said, right now we got 6 total running backs that I feel like on a week-to-week basis could provide us some value. Now moving on to then our last with our Hero RB team, we're going to go Tank Dell. So let's highlight what exactly happens. So with our 0 RB team, we then end up a team with Justin Fields, Antonio Gibson, Jamal Williams, Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Mark Andrews, Drake London, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Tank Bigsby, Devon Achane, Devin Singletary, and Kendre Miller. Like I said, especially when you draft these early quarterbacks, you don't need to be drafting a second quarterback. You don't need to be drafting a second tight end. We then look at our team that went Hero RB. They have Saquon Barkley, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Keenan Allen, Christian Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnston, Rashad Penny, Dalton Schultz, Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers, and Tank Dell. Now, the running backs on both definitely feel weak, but when you're able to do the 0 RB, the Hero RB strategy, you definitely do start to build out a lot stronger roster around them. You're able to address the tight ends. You're able to address maybe a better quarterback than you typically would be doing when you would be addressing those early round running backs in the position where running backs tend to get injured. So that's kind of the strategy that you have when you're talking Hero RB versus 0 RB. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you like Hero RB? Do you like 0 RB? What strategy would you be deploying in your fantasy football leagues? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. We're on our way to 500 subs. Once you're here in the community, we're going to be doing a live mock draft on Wednesday night. If you haven't already mocked at 9 o'clock. So make sure you come join us for that mock draft, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.